Okay, this one is for the fellas. I want you guys, without insulting me, to prove to me what the benefit of marrying you guys is if you're not a provider, right? Remember that video? Well, drum roll, here's the responses.
I'm not gonna insult you. I'm gonna just say proving anything to y'all, that shit over with. Find out what it's about after November 1st. Find out what the shit is about after November 1st. No more government assistance. No more Section 8, 2-year maximum. Find out then. The old song is, if you don't know me by now, you would never, ever, ever know me. Y'all about to find out a real hard lesson. There's no point of telling you why. Man, we don't care about y'all making 6-figure. Your body is T. It's this, that, and the third. And I'm addressing Miss Vixen. If your attitude is not aligned, if your characteristics are not on point, if you are not basically being the beautiful feminine woman that God created you to be, you can keep all that. There's a lot of people that's making 6 figures and still struggling. It means nothing. 6 figures now just puts you in middle class. Everything's going up. Grocery prices, this, that, and third.com. Y'all keep having that independent attitude. Like I said, after November 1st, that's when shit is really going to kick in. You said in your video, prove to us. We don't have to prove shit. We're not proving shit. We're done with proving shit. It's y'all turn to step up to the plate, Mrs. Stepping. It's y'all turn to step up to the plate and prove that, you know what I'm saying, that you want to have a teammate and you have team skills. Damn all this proving and running the rat race.
Okay, let me break this down for you. Most of the men nowadays is not getting married like that, because we see most of the women nowadays, especially black women, are completely useless. They completely trashed them. So we really are not looking at them. But to answer your question, what's the benefit of having us protection? Nothing more, nothing less, protection. Because y'all can't protect yourself, and they know it. How many serial killers they had out here? And who they was targeting? Mostly black women, because they already know that y'all ain't got no fucking protection. They ain't gonna snatch your ass on human trafficking and go black cooch ain't selling. But your organs are. And who's gonna protect you when y'all constantly on this app here on social media talking shit about us? Most of these white supremacists and these migrants already know that your ass ain't got no fucking protection. And you know, and we know, that you don't know how to protect yourself. So that answers your question, protection. Because your ass is a target out here in these fucking streets. And everyone knows it.
What's up, TikTok? Watch her video, but it's the usual nonsense. She wants us to prove to her what's the benefit of marrying a non-provider. And honestly speaking, there is no benefit at all to you. Not that I owe you an explanation or I have to prove shit to you. In this today and time, everyone should be a fucking provider. Be you female, male, whatever. If for no other reason, you need to demonstrate that you can provide for yourself before stepping to another person. And that's just facts. That's the way life is laid out now. If what you mean by being a provider means taking care of every single want or need you have, yeah, you're out your fucking mind. That's not my job. And I'm not capable of that even if it was my job. Tell you why. You know what you need better than anybody else in this world knows what you need. As such, there are certain things you know I can't provide for you. That's something that has to come from within. Now, in terms of just day-to-day life, if you looked at any of the prices these days, it starts getting real to you that it's easier to share expenses than it is to not. And as far as all that discussion about the servitude women display once they're married, yeah, that hasn't existed in a very long time. There is no household where both people in it.
Everything you mentioned that women do is called being an adult. You will clean unless you want to stay in a filthy house. You will cook unless if you want to eat. So for you to get on here and say, what's the, you know what I'm saying, benefit of doing 50-50? Baby, you get to keep half your money in your pocket. That's the benefit, you know, or whatnot. And ain't no real man from to sit here and actually let you do all that shit alone, because guess what? The man probably have a certain way he wants shit done, so he willing to do it himself or whatever just to take the stress off you, you know? And I know you probably like, man, whatever, but here's the thing, sweetheart. As a grown man, I know I can cook better than you. You know? I don't have to sit here and be like, oh, I ain't cooking, because I know what I like, and I'm gonna make what I like. You know, I like to bake. I like to grill. I like to do.
Sister, you women been bamboozled to believe that provider is a man who just take care of all the bills and y'all just lamp up, kick your feet up and do nothing and just have kids. That concept is false. For one, that never happened in the black community, because black women have always worked in one way, form, or fashion to provide for their household, right alongside the men. This whole provider stuff was given to y'all by this feminist ideology. Here's the fact of the matter. Even back in the day, when you think about, men back in the day was providers. Well, here's the fact of the matter. Like, for one, that concept don't apply to black women, because black women always work. But what jobs back then really could y'all do? Because only jobs back then was only laboring jobs. There wasn't a lot of jobs that black women could do, let alone black women. They wasn't letting y'all, because of racism, they wasn't letting y'all get into certain jobs. So they had y'all out in the field or mammying those people, kids. So again, this whole provider concept is not real.
To answer your question is, our duties are different. You're gonna cook, clean, do the laundry, and take care of the kids. And speaking of kids, in today's society, most women kids don't belong to their husband, they belong to some other dude. So we have to provide for you and some other dude's biological child. Not saying you, but most women. Second of all, like I said, our duties are different. It's gonna be us that's gonna have to take care of things when they're broken around the house. When you need a tire or oil change, it's gonna be us that's gonna take it to the mechanic and get that done. You know what I mean? As well as if someone was to break into the house, are you gonna get up and protect us? It's gonna be me that's gonna have to put my life on the line to protect you and the kids.
So we say things and we don't add context to it. Let's say y'all are doing 50-50. You're saying you look for a provider. He's paying money. He's a provider. He may not be a sole provider, but he's a provider. And you just said you're looking for a provider. On top of being a provider, he's giving provision, protection, all that. Really what I think you're saying is you're looking for a sole provider. Even with that, you got one income with a sole provider. So let's say something was to happen. Are you going to pick up the slack, or are you gonna leave him because he's not a sole provider no more?
All right, so it come to my understanding that y'all just don't like men. Y'all don't like men. That's what it is, bro. Because if you like the man, it wouldn't be all this 50-50, who paying this, who paying what. It wouldn't be that. Y'all just get it done. You'll just get it done. It happens all the time, multiple times, same people, everybody. Y'all get over here, y'all talk about how y'all don't like men, woo, woo, woo. You get with a man that you like, and then you don't hear none of that shit you was talking about online. Stop the cap, bro. You just ain't find the person that you want, or the person that wants you don't, or the person that you do want don't want you. But anyway, let's talk 50-50. Let's talk 50-50. Let's do simple math, you hear me? Let's say I make $3,000 bi-weekly, you make $3,000 bi-weekly. Boom. Our bills are $6,000 a month, right? Boom. I make my $3,000 bi-weekly. We make $6,000 a month. You make your $6,000 that month, right? So I take my whole $6,000 and just pay the bills, and then you get to keep your $6,000. So I don't get to do nothing else for you. I can't take you out to eat. I can't do none of that, right? I can't whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can't romance you. I can't buy you no gifts, but you just got all the money that you gonna do whatever you want to do with. And
So the benefits of going 50-50 is a two-part thing, right? And I'm only going by my experience. Me and my old lady, we decided to go 50-50, well, combined income, because we trying to retire early. We trying to retire when we turn 50, and that's our game plan. We learned that game plan from my parents, who did the exact same thing. My parents haven't worked in over 30 years. My dad be 73 this year, and my mom is like 69. Both of them retired when they were 50 years old. And the main part is because they understood that a combined income is better than one income. Most marriages, believe it or not, I know a lot of single women do not believe this. Most marriages go 50-50 on most of the things that they do, for as cleaning, parenting, cooking. I don't know a couple who don't just cook, clean for one person. They both probably share the same thing. If one person does something more, because that person does it better. Like, I'm the main cook in my house because I love to cook. I'm a great cook. That's what I do. I don't mind prepping meals, so doing what I do. Now, I'm not the best cleaner. My old lady cleans. That's what she does. We all got our certain trait that we do better than the other, and that's...
So, there is a few issues with this creator's video. And I want to point out a couple of them, but I also kind of want to try to the very least, respond to her questioning. First of all, I notice how in your diatribe, you specifically stated, without insulting you, answer this question. Then you proceeded to essentially insult every person that you want to answer your question. That's already one, don't make no sense, but we're going to continue, right? I will never minimize, or at least I try not to, minimize the contributions of a woman in a household. But I don't minimize the contributions of a man in a household either. But let's be real here. First of all, you bring up cooking, cleaning, child raising. This is 2025. You're describing a situation that took place at a time in which women did not work. So the vast majority of the things they did was household oriented. Cooking, cleaning, raising.
Okay, I notice every time the last 2 weeks of the month, so like right around the 19th or 20th, these type of videos keep coming in, right? Okay, so I'm going to speak from a logical 42-year-old, 43-year-old man who is a professional and always, like, I think outside the box on random things. There's no such thing as 50-50. I think we need to stop it with this narrative, right? I also noticed that only in the black community, this conversation is really coming up, because my friends in other races, I bring this up to them, and one of my boys who's Indian, who I was just working out with, made a very good point. We're at this stage of life where we have, because he's in the same age bracket, we got 25 more years of working if we want to. I'm trying to cut that down to maybe another 10 to 15. My financial guy is going to talk about me for saying this publicly. But anyway, there are so many other things out there to worry about than who's paying for what in a relationship. What's going to happen when that person gets...
I didn't want to cut off some of the videos because, like, some of the shit they were saying, like, y'all just had to have heard it. But they were so long that it was just, I couldn't sit there and listen to that shit. It was draining, disappointing. You know, listening to people like that just make you lose hope. Like, I just be disappointed. Then it's all black men, and then they have, like, a lot of stuff in common, and it's just like, ew, man. And then, like, these are the type of dudes that'll be telling women they need to choose better. Like, you are not even the better choice, sir. It's just so frustrating. Like, please.